iron sharpens iron, and we need that. But we also know that the devil's playground is isolation.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Yeah, well, that's why we did some research. That's why they in prisons. That's why they put people in the hole in lockdown, because they know if they get you off by yourself, you can't communicate with nobody, and that messes up your mind. Mm-hmm. So it's a breakdown. It'll break people, and that's why even with this pandemic, people are not going to church. They're not in groups. They're not in, and that's why you're seeing so much suicide and divorce and every other thing, because it's isolation, and people are doing whatever they want to do, and they don't have nobody speaking life into them and saying something to them, you know.
We're relational people. We were created for relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And when you take that element away, there is a breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
isolation is the devil's playground.
That's right.
So if you're feeling emotional, being tossed by the winds and fro, it's because you're in somebody's playground. Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Because how many times do we get so emotional about things, and then we find ourselves wanting to do crazy things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I even a couple months ago on the truck, I was just working so much, and did a Bible study called A Band of Brothers that I got a lot of Christians, some of my brothers from Winslow and the Trace Diaz community, that we have a Bible study on Wednesday called A Band of Brothers. But I got to a point on Wednesdays where I was working and I couldn't go. And they were like reaching out to me, and I'm like, dude, I'm getting home at 7 o'clock. Bible study starts at 6:30 or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I haven't been able to go. And I started feeling like, man, I'm not even communicating with nobody, even though I was in that truck calling people and stuff. But I was feeling it. You know, the devil was talking to my mind. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Isolation is a devil's playground, man. He'll get you twisted when you isolated, man. But while right there on page 42, we also talk about relationships are your greatest resource. When you connect with the right people, you will see things, God take you to different places and different things that you could never imagine. But it's through relationships. Everything that's good is going to come through a relationship. Amen. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Right.
That's so important. I love it. That is good.
Are you ready? Are you too busy for God? Are you prepared for the afterlife? Is God an afterthought or your daily bread of life? Do you have the time for God? Can you spend some time with God? This community network, minutes with God. Don't get it twisted. Wrap yourself up in the law. Don't get it twisted. Wrap yourself up in the law. Don't get it twisted. Wrap yourself up in the law. This community network. Do you have the time for God?